A cruise ship sails across calm water as a logo of a woman with wave-like hair appears. Princess Cruises. Text appears. Join Princess on a picturesque voyage through Canada and New England. A couple looks out with binoculars from a cruise ship's railing. Near a quiet harbor, the steeple of a church rises above fall foliage. Orange, yellow, and green treetops dot a rolling hillside beneath a brilliant sky. A natural stone arch looms over the ocean. High above a rocky shoreline, waves crash ashore. Lighthouses stretch toward the sky beside peaceful beaches and rugged cliffs. At sea level, waves batter a rocky shoreline. Text appears. Sail along the rocky shores of the Atlantic. The sun lingers on the horizon, illuminating a lighthouse on a hill in a golden glow. A sleepy seaside village nestled below a rolling forest. Text appears. From seaside towns to colonial treasures. A cannon rests atop a grassy hill. Tourists explore a sprawling park while skyscrapers rise in the distance. Colonial reenactors wear redcoat uniforms as they march down a street. An aerial view of old red buildings along a windy river. Text reads, Boston, Massachusetts. Numerous docks backed up to green rolling hills. Text reads, Bar Harbor, Maine. A quaint lighthouse sits below the Newport Bridge. Text reads, Newport, Rhode Island. The Chateau Frontenac sits high over the city and water. A UNESCO logo appears. Text reads, Quebec City, Quebec. A small river runs past an old stone building and bridge. Text reads, Halifax, Nova Scotia. A statue of George Washington on a horse rises over manicured grass in a park. Camera glides over a river with trees full of fall colors on its shoreline. As the sun sets, a Princess cruise ship churns up waves, cutting across the sun's reflected light. Logo reads, New ship. Text reads, Join Sky Princess during her maiden season. A couple looks over the ship's balcony, and a humpback whale jumps out of the water, making a dramatic splash. Text reads, Visit historic landmarks. The USS Wisconsin sits docked in a harbor at sunset. The Statue of Liberty stands tall as the evening light fades behind her. A UNESCO logo appears. A lavish mansion looks out over a smooth green lawn. Text reads, The Breakers, Newport. An old historic red-bricked colonial plantation. Text reads, Monticello, Charlottesville. Water gushes over the edge of Niagara Falls, crashing onto the rocks below, throwing mist into the air. Text appears, Marvel at vibrant scenery. Hills clad in pine trees and fall colors slope gently toward dark blue water. Large, round hay bales dot a wide-open pasture. Close-up view of lobsters and crabs on ice for sale in a market. Text appears, Dine on fresh, local seafood. A group of people enjoying mixed steamer pots of seafood. Two women drink wine by a harbor. A Princess cruise ship out to sea. Text reads, Choose from summer and fall sailings. The sun sets in an orange haze as guests watch from deck. The sun peeks through puffy clouds behind a lighthouse sitting on a rocky shore. Trees with brilliant fall leaves stand out against the skyscrapers of the city. Cars cross an illuminated suspension bridge. A couple strolls down a street with their arms around each other. At dusk, a castle-like archway covers a street going into Old Quebec. The Chateau Frontenac glows over the city. A woman in a red coat walks along a historic street. A logo appears, More ashore. And text reads, Enjoy a late-night call in Boston or an overnight stay in Quebec City. Aerial view of the Chateau Frontenac and historic buildings around it. Water cascades over the edge of Niagara Falls. Cherry trees bloom near the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Text reads, Delve deeper on a cruise tour. A couple gazes across the water from the deck of a cruise ship, the wind ruffling their hair. A waterfall flows gracefully over a cliff surrounded by fall foliage, and a couple walk through a forest of brilliant orange leaves. Text reads, and enjoy an unforgettable cruise with a multi-day land tour. The clock tower of Independence Hall rises against the sky. UNESCO logo appears. Text reads, Independence Hall, Philadelphia. A small boat coasts down the Rideau Canal in front of Chateau Laurier in Ottawa. The UNESCO logo appears. A woman smiles at her husband as the sun sets behind them. Sweeping shot of rugged coastline with fall colors and blue waves crashing onto the rocks. A lighthouse in the distance surrounded by jagged rocks and water. Text reads, see Canada and New England with the destination leader. On a path to a lighthouse, a couple holds hands as they walk along the sand. A group of young girls take a selfie sitting at the base of a weather-beaten lighthouse, a princess ship silhouette at sea as the sun sets. A couple watches the sunset from a ship. A shot from the top of the ship sailing towards the sun. An award appears. Best Canada and New England Itineraries, Porthole Magazine. A cruise ship sails across calm waters as a logo of a woman with wave-like hair appears. Princess Cruises. Come back new.